All right. Hey guys. Okay, so we're recording now. I have just a couple things to go over, and then I want to let you guys ask any questions or concerns or whatever as we're kind of ending the month and then beginning the month, which is usually when we have more stuff going on. So, okay. First, I am going to screen share our October calendar really quickly in case you missed that was shared in our team page. Lots of things that have been shared lately, so sometimes it gets bumped down. Our month is pretty similar to how it was last month because it's kind of the same amount of weeks. Or actually, I think we have an extra week in this month. But anyways, so in here I did put links to every, like the wellness folder right here, and then a link also to Walk the Plank for that free challenge. So when you click on them, it'll actually send you to the folder. So I've been doing that recently so that you can quickly and easily find all the resources there. So this is just my game plan that I always share with you guys, as you know. You can jump on whatever challenge or group you want to, or you don't have to. So, and a lot of you have success partners that you're kind of working with and doing your own months and stuff, or your own maybe twist on whatever we're doing. So that's totally fine. But for me, to finish out this week, tonight I'm still talking to people about PiYo. So if you haven't done a post or something, like go put PiYo on really quick and make a little video, be doing some big yoga flows or something, and share about that there's a sale going on, because you just never know. Sometimes people want to jump on it and sometimes people don't. But even if you can just get some sales on programs, that's still good for your volume. So definitely post about that. We just found out about challenge packs. So the ones that are on sale for next month, we've got, again, the 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. So for those of you who love that program, go you, because it's been on sale like 5 times already. I was hoping it was going to be T25 or something else, or like P90, P90X, since we're getting that one, but I don't know. And then the other one that's on sale is Body Beast. And the reason they put both those programs on sale is because of the Hammer and Chisel that's coming out. That's going to be kind of like a partnership of, or it is a partnership of both of them. So that's a good way to kind of be able to share and promote it a little bit. So this month, even if it's not like your go-to program, maybe share a couple Body Beast workouts, share a couple 21 Day Fix things, be doing that all month long, so that by the end of the month, you could also do another push sale like you're doing for PiYo, and get people excited about the Hammer and Chisel workout that's coming out next month. So, or I think it's November. It might be December, but I want to say November. But anyway, so that's why they're using that as our challenge pack sale. So you've got 3 different ones to sell for October. And remember that PiYo, you can still promote it, because a lot of times it stays on sale for like a week after they say it's going to go off sale. So you can always kind of get some people to trickle over, or people who maybe said they're interested, follow back up with them, tomorrow, and tell them that it's still on sale. And that could be some of your early Success Club points. Okay, so the rest of this week, that's what I'm doing tonight. And then the rest of the week is just doing your normal sharing. Thursday, remember, you can always use that for transformation posts too, Transformation Tuesday or Thursday, or just sharing something about your journey. Try to do that like once a month, or once a week, so that by the time we get to our 4th week of the month, that way you can people kind of know about you and know your story and know what you're sharing, and why your life is so awesome as a coach, so that you can share for the sneak peek into our team. But so, like I said, this month is really similar to last month. For those of you who are starting wellness groups, hopefully you're kind of starting those by next week, so that people are getting in there. Mine has been going really well. I'll show you, since we're screen sharing right here, the way that mine have been going. And I know I added a lot of you there. There's Laura. I've been adding a lot of you into mine just so you can see how it's going. But I pinned my video to the top of it. So I kind of told them again, what this page is all about, what this group is all for. And then in my video is just, I explained to them kind of, why I created it like this, why I moved from 30-day challenges to just an ongoing group and that kind of thing. So I still, every time I have somebody new, I tag them in that video. And then everyone's just posting and commenting. I still tag them again in these success partner posts, so that everyone's able to, post how old they are, where they are in life, what their goals are, what their jobs are, and find somebody that they relate to so that they can become success partners. And then every time I have a new person join, I do something like this. And so this is just a bunch of girls that all happen to be at the same time or finally responded to my invite from, weeks ago. And I just kind of always at least put a face to their name, even though everyone's not going to know everybody or comment on everything. That way they kind of feel welcomed into the group. And I tag them, and then, I tag them in the very first video up there. So it's just like a quick little glimpse into it. If you're still kind of on the edge of a wellness group, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, send me a message and I will explain. But basically, new coaches that are on here, there's like two different ways you can pretty much do a challenge group. You can do that. We always do free groups that are a week long, but you can also do 30-day groups where it's like a fun Halloween theme or a spring theme or summer or whatever, and then it ends after 30 days. Then some of us decided to do ones that are just completely ongoing, where you promote it every month with a post. It's just something as simple as let me see if I can find my one from the other day. Something as simple as just like, I'm looking for, 5 new girls to mentor over this week, blah, blah, blah. Or, if you're wanting a community of fit friends and something, you can add them like that. So, and then it's just an ongoing group where, wow, I cannot multitask. Hold on. I'm trying to find that post. Didn't I just share a post for that? I thought I did. So like, there's like a simple one too that you can do. And in my post, I just told them, that I'm loving the launch of my group and telling them a little bit about it, asking them, you when you post, you always want to talk about like reaching them, not like, hey, you guys, or hey, everybody. But when someone comes to your page, assume that it's just them. So talk to them, are you looking for this, or do you need this kind of support, that kind of thing. And then I just do a little picture with it. And I always do my little woohoo form. So those are just options and just reminders for wellness group stuff. A lot of people who I've talked to in our team that have started them have really, really enjoyed them. To me, it's a lot easier. I was thinking it was going to be harder to do a group like this where it's not a theme, but it's been really successful. It's fun because everybody's commenting and posting, and new people are coming in. And, we've got girls who are doing the 21-day fix, but then somebody just bought PiYo and they're showing a couple pictures of PiYo. And so other people are like, well, hey, I want to try that out. And so they message you and they ask questions about that. So just like we talked about, it really does help with even people just getting more interested in different programs and stuff, and just kind of finding friendship and things through it. So that's been really, really good. So if you're still hesitant or you have questions about doing a big ongoing group like that, please let me know, because it's been really successful for me and for a couple other coaches. So happy to share about that with you. But anything else about the calendar? The next week I'm planning on starting, or that's just a normal week for what I'm planning on doing. The third week is when I'm going to do Walk the Plank. It's a plank challenge. So if anyone's wanting to hop on that free group, please feel free to. We have a posting schedule already, and we've got graphics in there. You can use them or you can make your own. And then our sneak peek will be again at the end of the month, going through Monday through Friday again. And we'll talk on our next class some ideas of some ways we can tweak that up. Then any questions about the calendar before I finish that? Pretty similar to what we've been doing all month long. No? Okay, cool. Let me stop sharing so I can come back. Oh, sorry if you can hear my dogs. They're barking at something. Okay, one other thing that I wanted to remind you about is Super Saturday. Is anyone going? Is anyone good?
When is it?
So Super Saturday is October 17th. So, and that's on the team calendar too, so that you can see it. But if you are not sure what that is, oh my God. If you're not sure what that is, then let me know, or you can also look in the back office of your account, and it'll show you wherever you're located where the different Super Saturdays are at. So if you're in some of the bigger cities, you have like awesome Super Saturdays. Georgia's is still pretty small, but it's getting bigger. So we have quite a few people, I think, that already bought tickets to go to the Georgia one. So definitely find, you can even type into Facebook too, wherever you are. So like we have a page for Georgia that says Georgia Beachbody Coaches. So look for your area, type in your state and say, Alabama Beachbody Coaches or whatever. and they'll have a team page, and that's where they always share information about these kind of events. And there might even be other events that your state host or whatever, but definitely try to get there if you can. You've got 3 or 4 weeks now to plan ahead to get there, but it's like a mini little conference. You've got some training, you get to hear testimonials and stories from people, you get to meet other coaches, meet up with other people who are doing the same thing as you, get pictures and show that that your job requires you to go do fun things like this, where you get to meet people and do a big group workout. So definitely try to get there. If you're in Georgia with me, you can come with me. Spencer and I will be there with Hudson. So but definitely try to plan ahead and take a friend with you too. They don't have to be Beachbody coaches. So if you have a friend that you think maybe would be interested in fitness, or maybe somebody who you've been talking to about coaching, or about even just challenge packs that they're kind of still on the fence after weeks, invite them. What's the worst that they can do? Say no. So definitely invite them, and it's fun too, even if you're not a coach. It's just like a total motivational thing that they get to go to. They get to hear really cool stories and weight loss stories, and it's just really fun. So encourage you to go there. And again, that's October 17th. Okay, what is the other thing I was going to say? That's about it. Also, it's not too, what I was going to say is it's not too late to also follow up from our open house that we just had. It was just a week ago, and that open house is open all month long. So even people who are interested, as we get into October, you can always add them into that page from September. Just tell them, we actually hosted an open house a couple weeks ago, and tag them in some of those posts. So it's never too late to follow up with people, and also just to post about it. We don't have to be like the week before our open house to post about coaching. So if you have a little story that you're telling on Facebook, that you're sharing about something awesome that you get to do with your life, add your little woohoo link at the bottom, your little form, and say, if you want to hear more about, the coaching opportunity or whatever, I'd love to talk to you. So, fill out my little form, something like that. It doesn't always have to be on a legitimate post for the Inspiration Crew sneak peek. So definitely encourage you to do that throughout the month. I've started to do that, and it's kind of just at least let people know a little bit more that I do share about coaching if you want to know about it, no strings attached, that kind of thing. That's about all I have, because our month is pretty similar to last month. So I was going to open it up for any questions that you guys have, or concerns, or whatever, since it's recorded, so other people can benefit from it too. So go. Any questions? Michelle? You're muted still, Michelle. I can't hear you.
Here I am. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So, one of the things I was wondering, I'm looking at my Power of Threes and trying to figure out, okay, where do I really need to start filling it out? And everything is pretty full except for presenting the business. Other than posting, I post about it and I talk about coaching and things like that, but I'm not sending personal messages, asking a ton of people if they'd be interested. I think I probably only sent 4. Is that something that you do? Do you send personal message invites to people to coaching often, or?
Fairly often. I definitely probably wouldn't say every day I fill out all 4 people, but because I always have a challenge group going, and now with this wellness group that we have going, I've been able to see a lot of people who are either totally stepping up to be leaders and, posting their stuff and then being like, hey, my 3 success partners, how are you doing today? I've seen people that have been having serious weight loss results. And they've been, in challenge groups for weeks. So the first place I start is my wellness group, because I definitely reach out to people, even just something as simple as, girl, you are doing so awesome this week. I don't know if you're interested, but I'd love to tell you about coaching, because you inspire me so much. I would love to see you share your story with other people. Something literally as simple as that. Not hello, I think you're so awesome. Would you like to be a coach? Nothing awkward like that. Just telling them hey dude, you're so cool and so inspiring. You should share your story because you're awesome. I have a girl that I just sent a message to tonight. She was signing up for PIO. She can't do Shakeology because her baby's allergic to stuff, but and she's like sending me all her transformation pictures and everything. And she's been working out and she's a stay-at-home mom. And so I just was like, hey, your transformation is awesome already. And she's like so passionate and spunky. And even people like that you barely even know, sometimes I just reach out and like, I know you're just signing up for, you know, Pio right now, but like, seriously, you are so inspiring. You know, do you want to learn anything about coaching? Like, I know you're a stay-at-home mom. I don't know if you have any interest in doing something like that, but I just had to tell you because you're so inspirational. I mean, something as simple as that. So I definitely do that with people in my challenge groups. And then also just people that I follow on Facebook, girls that I might know. I don't usually reach out to guys. I'm sure I have plenty of guys that are like all workout buffs, but that's just weird to me. So I don't do that. I'm like, I only talk to my husband. He's the only boy I talk to. But I definitely reach out to people who I follow that are, you know, into working out. And a lot of times they're like, oh, no, thanks. But hey, you know, and it's, you know, maybe they'll come back around later on. So, but I definitely wouldn't say I do that all for people every single day, but I do try to at least, you know, comment and post on people's stuff too that I follow that are really into fitness, so that down the road when I feel like it's a better time to talk to them about it, I know that they're definitely seeing my posts and they're seeing that they know that I'm a coach.
So you're saying 4 people a day, because on the Power of Threes that Micah gave us, it's 1 a day, but you try to do 4?
Well, I've like made my form bigger, so like my follow-up list is bigger and my invite is bigger. I can add extra because I do it all on VXL. I do it online, so I don't know if you guys do the paper form or not, but I do the online version. I just like added a couple extra rows to try to like give myself a little bit more to try to make it. So, but it just, like I said, it just totally depends.
Okay. So you're like, so some of the invites that you send are kind of like cold call, like, are you interested in coaching invites?
Yeah.
Like you're not necessarily always talking to these people?
Usually, but it doesn't have to be a personal conversation all the time. Like, it's not necessarily that we've been actually messaging on Facebook Messenger or texting or something for, you know, weeks now. It could just be that we've been at least commenting back and forth on pictures and stuff a few times, but it's not completely out of the blue. But it is that I'm like building that kind of like relationship in a more, you know, distant way. But they still know, they still know a couple things like that. So I also do reach out on Instagram too. Like I'll do, you know, a quick little, either I'll write a little note to them and then, you know, send that as the picture, or I'll just use like the last screenshot, the last picture that they have in their account and send them a little message. Or sometimes I'll do a video of myself where I talk for like however long you can have, 15 seconds. And I'm like, hey, I've been following your journey for so long. I don't know if you're interested, but I would love to share about coaching with you, or something as simple as that. And a lot of times they're like, really, that's cool, because I've been following you and I totally know what you're doing. And then sometimes people are like, don't respond, or they don't even see that message, or, you know, it's very like touch and go. But Instagram is a little bit trickier. But
okay, so I need to step up my invite game for show. Is what I'm hearing.
And it'll be up and down too. You know, sometimes you'll have a lot of people that respond, and sometimes it's like crickets, and you're like, okay, like this sucks. Screw this. I'm not going to invite anybody. But you know, it's just how it goes. So.
Okay. And well, if anybody else has any questions, I have 3 more questions, but if anybody else has questions, then you go.
Anyone else have anything?
I have a couple. I don't know if anybody else does.
Who is that? Who's talking to me? Oh, Marla.
Marla. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm trying this out on my phone, so I've never done this before.
I know. They're smaller, so I'm like, who is that? All right, there you go.
It's kind of weird. Okay, so the first question, they're both simple, but I've noticed that quite a few of my challengers start off semi-strong and then they just fall off. And I follow up with them. I follow up on Wednesdays and Sundays just to be like, how's your week going? And then make sure they're meal prepping and all of that. But for some reason, they don't stick with it like Jenny's or whoever, you know, is in my group with me. So I know part of it is just they're going to do what they're going to do. I mean, they're adults. But I kind of feel like, should I be doing anything else to make sure that they're doing it? I don't want to annoy them.
Yeah, I definitely have run into that too with some people. Number one, you can't make anyone do anything that they don't want to do. You know, you can have somebody who comes to you who is like, maybe really overweight, and they're like so ready to lose weight. They're so pumped, and they buy this program, and they're so ready, and they meal prep and everything, and they do it a week. And then you're like, hello, like, what are you doing? Keep checking in, keep doing this. It's working for you, but it's not going to work if you stop after a week. So there are people that are going to want help, and then they also don't want to put in the effort to see those results. And so even if they're not seeing them after a week, they're going to quit. And there's nothing that you can do about it because it's just how they are. However, in my attempts to not have that happen in my groups too, I've tried different things. Like I definitely follow up like that. I do little competitions in my groups, even like in my wellness group. Like I've done Fridays or like our competition days where, it's some kind of challenge to them to post about, maybe like how long they could hold a plank, or how, even just something simple that doesn't have to do with their program, but something to keep them checking in, to keep them engaged and like excited about the group. I've also done different apps where you can send them little text reminders during the day. So, at the beginning, I'll have to think of the name. I think it's called Remind 101 is the app. I used to use it at school. So my students could all, they would have like the number or whatever. And so they would, punch the number in, and I would have their whole contact list. And then, so, the day before a test, I could send out a message to all of them, and they'd get the message. They don't have my number or anything. It's just from like some random number. And it's like a little reminder to them. You can do pictures and things too. So I used to do that a lot. And it does take some diligence on your part. You have to remember to do it. But you can do something like that just maybe once or twice a week. And what I would do with my challengers is, maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays, send them a little motivational picture in the morning and ask for them to respond, or, give them a little at night when it's, now when it's 7:30. Hey girl, just respond to me with how many, water did you get in today, or how, on a scale of 1 to 10, did you get your workout in? How are you feeling today? Something like that. That's a little bit more personal. Sometimes people just aren't big into Facebook, and they are not going to, we are like on Facebook all the time and checking all of our messages, but like, we're rare. People don't do that all day long usually. So doing something that's on your phone that's like more like a text and stuff, I found has been really successful. That's not on Messenger. It's a text or an email or something, a different mode of communication that kind of takes them off of Facebook and allows them to check in, has been really helpful for me at least. So those are a couple ideas possibly.
What was the name of the app again?
Remind 101. And you can also just like in the app store, there's a bunch of different ones. You can search for one that you like the best, but you can I search like message apps or messaging apps, something like that, and they'll come up with a bunch of different ones that you can use, but that's the one I've used before.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Other questions? Anyone?
I had a question actually.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So I've had a problem with when I advertise or promote a challenge pack or an exercise program, and then I drop that it comes with Shakeology, I get this major pushback. So what is the way to kind of go from talking about PiYo to then leading into the Shakeology part?
Yeah. I've tried multiple ways to figure out what works better, and every month I try something different. Sometimes I start with, literally just sharing about PiYo, and then they're like, awesome, great, like how do I get started? And I say, okay, awesome. So, the way that you join my challenge group or my wellness group or whatever is, you start with a challenge pack. The challenge pack comes with, and you always ask them like how much they're getting out of it. They're not just getting a program, like they're getting a lot of accountability with it. So I always share that, getting the full workout program, a nutrition plan, recipes from me. You get Shakeology for a month, and then I do like an extra paragraph, and I tell them about Shakeology, what it's full of nutrients and vitamins. And, I share with them like my experience, that my energy levels are higher, and I'm fuller longer, and my sugar cravings are curbed, all that kind of stuff. And then I also share with them that, and then you also get me as your coach, and you get, a lifetime of accountability. You can join my wellness group for as long as you want the motivation and accountability. And I kind of tell them about that, like we're having such a blast in there. Everyone's just posting and sharing, keeping each other accountable and making new friends, that kind of thing. So I've done that where I kind of just like step by step ease into it, and they're like, okay, that sounds so awesome. how much is it? How much are the shakes? How much are whatever? And I mean, you can't make anyone want to spend the money if they're not truly ready. If someone's really, truly ready to change their life, to get on board and to get on the right track, then money's not going to be an issue. Or if it is, they're going to come back and be like, all right, I'm going to budget it, I'll buy it in a week, or, you know, whatever it is. But I have also tried where sometimes cutting straight to the chase kind of like saves me the effort of having to do this whole like talk about everything with them. So I have done messages where I say, okay, you know, comment below if you're interested, and I'll send them a message and say, hey, I'm so glad you're interested in PiYo. It's a great program that builds long, lean muscles, you know, and a strong core. I did this program a while back and saw such and such results. And then I talk about, so the thing that's on sale is a challenge pack. The challenge pack includes PiYo. I tell them what it includes, and I tell them it's on sale right now for $140. And when you buy, you get full access to my accountability group. And, you know, tell them all the awesomeness about, you know, having an accountability group. And a lot of times people kind of appreciate that too. When you just kind of give them all the information, and either they'll tell you, hey, a little bit more than I was expecting to pay, you know, whatever. So, you know, maybe another time. Other times people will ask, oh, like, how much are the shakes? I really can't afford that. And then that's when I go into is saying, you know what, I totally understand. Like, if it's not something that you can do right now, there's also an option for you to get just the program. While it's not the most cost effective, it is, you know, it'll save you a little bit of money because you're not paying for the shakes. And I still always offer that to them. I always offer them to get the program by itself, because ultimately you're here to help them. So. But I mean, with the money thing, it's so hard because it's just on a person-to-person basis. You know, sometimes people aren't going to be ready for it. But I always try to add tons and tons of value to how important it is. You know, I share the different results that people are getting. I go into the folder on the Google Drive and I share some videos about the ingredients in there. You know, I share my own personal results. Don't just give them a bunch of information, you know, share with them how you felt. Because every single person who drinks Shakeology, that in that first week, they do feel different. Like, even after all these tasting groups, I have girls that I reach back out to, and some of them still don't want to spend the money, but they will say, I like have never felt so much energy. You know, I feel so full. I'm not craving all that chocolate like I always was, you know, or whatever it was. They all feel the results. So I just always remind them of the different, you know, why it's helped me to feel healthier, you know, that I feel good about feeding my son, you know, just anything like that just lets them know the value of what they're getting with that challenge pack, including all of the accountability. That's like the most valuable thing besides just the program.
So if they, like, I had a girl who didn't want the shakes because she just doesn't think that she'd ever eat them, to be honest. And so I said, okay, well, let's just do PiYo for now. Would you then send her a sample, or do you really require people to purchase samples from you? Like 100%, you don't ever send one for free?
Oh no, I give away free ones sometimes.
Okay.
So let people try them. Yeah. And that's a good thing too. I do offer them sometimes. You know, people are like, oh, it's just really, really expensive. I really can't afford it right now. Some people, I don't know why, they would rather buy the $60 PiYo and then maybe $30 to try 5 samples. I don't, like, why would you not get the challenge pack for like $10 more? But for some people, it just seems like a better option. And so I do always offer, if I have samples, you know, hey, like, I know you can't really afford the full challenge pack, but if you're wanting to ever try them, you know, they're $4 a packet. So let me know. I'm happy to send you some.
Okay.
You know, you never know. So, and then the good thing about having what I've been doing with my wellness group is any other thing that I have, if I'm, you know, letting people hear about coaching, if I'm letting people try Shakeology samples and I'm doing a sample group, post it in that group, in your wellness group. You get a lot of people that have been waiting around for months and seeing everyone posting their Shakeology every day, and they're like, man, really wish I had tried that. And then, you know, they're just waiting for that opportunity for you to give them another chance to try it. So that's another good way to do that too. Anything else? Yeah, the money part is hard with the Shakeology. You really that's such an art to try to figure out how to add value to it enough to where people are willing to spend that much, you know, because it is, to me, it's expensive, but to me, after drinking it for so long, it's worth it, you know. And I just always share about you know, how we budget it out. We actually save money on our groceries because we don't buy groceries for that meal, you know, in the day. And so Spencer and I, you know, we end up saving money because we share that this month. And, you know, so any way that you can share your experience with it helps a lot. other things?
I have a question about like pages. So, I created a like page when I first got started, and then I saw the training that Micah and somebody else did about how if you're like a new coach, don't worry about your like page. But it's been a while now, so, and Micah told me that I need to build mine. So, but I don't see the point. Like, I feel like I feel like I would rarely be posting something on my like page that I don't post on my personal page. So I don't I guess I'm not getting it. Like, what does a like page do that would, why do I need the effort there? Like, I'm willing to, I just don't understand.
So like pages, you have got to pour so much money into them to make them beneficial. So like pages are for people who have businesses and things, or something for people to like and to get engaged in. And the biggest way to get people that are outside of your network in to see those pages is to boost them and to share them and to sponsor them. And that's usually $20 a post, which means, and you can spread it out. Yeah. $20 a post, and you can spread it out over the course of, one day. You could spend $20 to have it sponsored for one day, or you could spend $20 and have it posted over the course of 7 days, or, down from there. So, but what it allows you to do is to target your specific network. So, for example, we are all fitness coaches. We're into health, fitness. You're into makeup and fashion and, jewelry or clothing or whatever. So you can go on there and maybe you make a post and there's specific things you can and cannot do. Like, it can't be over a certain percentage of wording on the page. It has to be obviously appropriate. You have to be clothed a certain amount, and Facebook will block you if it's not according to their guidelines. And what you can do, then you sponsor it. And then you get to choose your target network. So you can choose keywords, as many as you want: fitness, health, coach, motivational, all the different keywords that you want to try to think. Then you choose the age range. Okay, so I want women from 25 to 45, or whatever your target network is. And then you can choose the area, within the United States or whatever. And then you can post.
Sorry, I can't hear you because there's a background noise in someone else's microphone. I heard most of it, but I couldn't hear that last little bit.
Okay, I don't know. Are you guys all muted? I think you are. Okay. So when you make a post like that, you sponsor it, and then you pay. That $20 is helping you pay to, choose your keywords of who you want to target. And then the age range, so, 25 to 45 is usually what I do. Then also your area, like your United States or whatever. And then you get to post it. So it'll go and it'll have to get approved by Facebook. If it gets approved, then it charges your card for $20 or however much. I mean, people spend hundreds of dollars. Like, the top coaches use their like pages so much, and they spend hundreds of dollars a week just to get their like pages out there. So when they make their coaching posts and things like that, that's what they're doing. They're sponsoring that post so that they're hoping that people all over the world are getting to see their posts by people typing in Facebook, motivation, and that page, her page might pop up or something like that. So I've only sponsored maybe 3 posts since I've been a coach in my 10, almost 11 months of coaching. And it hasn't done much for me. You can also, choose your network just to be friends, or friends and friends of your friends. So that makes sense. So your whole Facebook network of friends and any of their friends, you can allow that to be your network. So sometimes that works. I have had maybe 2 people sign up for challenge packs from doing a sponsored post like that, and not doing the, women of 25 to 45 that are, these keywords and that kind of thing. So it allows you to have flexibility to do that. But I will say that it is kind of just throwing your money away unless you're really diligent about making serious posts that are sponsored to, share about coaching or share about Shakeology or something, and you're spending a lot of money to do it, because doing it just one time, it isn't going to do much. So I kind of stepped.
Do the posts randomly pop up in people's feed or something, or even if they don't follow you?
Yes. So think about some of like the coaches that you, like for me, I don't know if UCB is in your, but when I scroll through, I see a lot of top coaches or, you know, just other coaches. I always think they're top coaches, but they're probably just like you and I, but other coaches that will pop up that you can see sponsored underneath their name. And that's how you know that it's an ad that they just paid money for. So a lot of times you'll see people do that for mostly just for coaching. So if you're, you know, sharing about a sneak peek into your team, or you want to know what I do, or, you know, single mom turn to a girl boss, or teacher to girl boss, or, you know, all those kind of posts like that, that say sponsored underneath them, that's somebody who's paid money to get their post out there as much. So, but there's like a whole art to it that I haven't even researched, to be honest with you, because I haven't seen, I've been trying to build my Facebook and Instagram way more, because for me, that's way more valuable personally. But eventually I think that will be something that I use. But for people who do have fit pages already, what I do is I use it kind of as another way to pull my Instagram people over to Facebook. So my link in my Instagram profile is not to my personal profile on Facebook. It's my link to my fit page. And so anytime I say like, hey, someone's interested in something on my post on Instagram, hey, send me a message, or, you know, click the link in my profile and send me a message there, or whatever. And so that allows me to bring them over to my fit page. Then I get the notifications of new people liking my page. I add them as a friend. So now they see my personal profile. And a lot of times that they end up being a lot of my customers, because they're no longer just on Instagram, where sometimes you miss a bunch of stuff unless you happen to be scrolling at the opportune moment to see, you know, whoever you're following. Instead, they're now on my fit page and they're my personal friend on Facebook. And that has allowed me to have a lot of people that I can follow up, and at least they're seeing stuff, and then they end up joining free challenges. And it just becomes a better way for me to talk to people and get more people from Instagram over.
So you think that people are like more willing to like connect with you outside of Instagram through a like page versus coming to your personal page just like right off the bat?
It just kind of allows me, I don't know if I mean, it probably goes both ways, but for me, it's kind of nice because they go there and they just see, I pretty much post the same thing if it's fitness related or health related on my fit page. So that way they're just seeing that stuff. And then it allows me also to just really be able to track them. I can see exactly when they like my page. So then I can, you know, I always send them a quick message. If Michelle just liked my page, I look at my notifications and I click on you and I send you a message really quickly. Hey girl, I just saw that you like my fit page. Thank you so much for following my journey. If you ever have any questions or you want to join, you know, a fitness or accountability group of mine, please let me know. Half the time they'll be like, I want to know more about it right now. Or they'll be like, hey, thanks so much. And then you might hear from them later on. So it just allows me to be able to track in my head. I just track it a little bit better. As far as new people. And I know that if they're liking my page, they're coming from Instagram mostly. So that's what I do with the fit page. I don't do all the dark posts and the sponsoring of all the pages and stuff yet, just because it's just, I haven't done that and I'm not willing to put all the money into it every day.
Right. Okay. So you think it's worthwhile? Like, should I like
yeah, just be
not the like investing, but just like the posting and stuff?
Yeah, make it easy on yourself. And maybe once a month, spend $20 to post your sneak peek post. It can't hurt anything. And you could do that and you know, and choose your network of people you want it to go out to. But I found it to be really beneficial. I just post the same thing on there as I do on my personal page if it's related to health and fitness, and even sometimes about family if it has to do with like coaching. And then it's just been a really good way for me to keep track of people, honestly.
Okay.
I need like a system, and that helps me to be able to see exactly who is following, who's liking pictures and that kind of thing, because it tracks it perfectly for you since it's related. It's like a business page. So
right. Okay, one last question. I'm not going to waste anybody else's time. Or hopefully this is like useful for someone else. So like, I guess it's two questions in one. Do you get like from your Instagram people who like your page without kind of like any conversation or invitation to like your page? They just like are following you and then they see your link and so they like your page?
Yes.
Okay. And then two, when you post like a coaching or a challenge group, do you get people who like your page, but they don't like comment saying they're interested, but they like see your thing, your post about the challenge group or the sneak peek, and then, you know, and it says like my page if you want more info or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they like your page. I don't know why I'm like having such a hard time understanding if it's worth it, but I feel like it is.
Yeah, you mean, so, okay, I'm trying to understand your last question. So you mean like they maybe like my page, but then they're not reaching out?
Yeah, like maybe they didn't give you their email, because I remember like how I signed up with you was you were like, you know, put your email below or message me on my like page, and I just put my email. But like, what if somebody just likes your like page instead of actually like, you know, like sending you a message or their email?
Yeah. If it's like right when, I mean, I do have people who I'll say, you know, drop your email below, because Instagram, that's really the only thing that you can do is get their email that way. Or I say, you know, send me a message. A lot of times they won't put their email down, but they'll send me an email, or they'll send me a message on my Fit page, or they'll go like it. And so no matter what, even whenever somebody likes my like page, I immediately know. And so I can immediately send them a little message like I just said. Hey girl, so much for liking my Fit page. I'm so glad that you're following my journey. Just wanted to reach out and say, you know, welcome you or introduce myself, and also invite you to any accountability or challenge group that, you know, you want to join or something like that. And then a lot of times they'll be like, oh yeah, I liked your page because I want to know more about the coaching opportunity or about the challenge you just posted.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of times I do see that a lot, if that's what you're asking.
That is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
Okay.
Any other questions before we go?
So do you have to pay for the like page or just pay for the boosting of the post?
Only paying for the boosting of the post. You can make a page whenever you want. I think mine's a community page. There's like, you can choose for it to be all, let me see, all different kinds of pages. Here, actually, let me screen share really quick so y'all can see.
Because I think Stevie and I created a page together.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay. Slow internet. Come on now. Okay. So yeah, mine's Ashley Smith Health and Fitness. Yeah, mine's a community page. And a lot of times you can call it different things. That's just what I did because Micah and my coach, that's what they made theirs. There's some people say like personal figure or like, I can't remember all the different like names, but that has nothing to do with it. But so it's kind of like a normal profile, but what it allows you to see all of your messages up there, which is nice. So you'll get messages there and you can quickly see them. Notifications, what I really like about it is that you can immediately see who's liked different things, and you can see if they've commented, if they've liked. This is when somebody likes it, so you see the little yellow flag. And so like I quickly click on them and I could see all these people, and I'm just now able to add all these people. That becomes 3 people on my power of 3s that I can say I just became friends with. And it's also new people that I get to send a message to really quickly and say, hey girl, thank you so much for liking my page. You know, whatever, the little message that I just told you that you could say. So it's just a really easy way to track it because you can see everything. And then you can also see too, you know, you'll have your post, and a lot of times it tells you, you know, so it'll tell you how many people it reached and that kind of thing. And then at the front of your page, it'll tell you, hey, this post is getting a lot of action. It might be one that you want to boost. So you can also do that as well because it tracks how many people are generating comments, how many people just all over wherever are seeing your post or clicking on the video kind of thing. And so it'll tell you, you know, this would be a good post to boost because 98% of your, you know, following has viewed it, and it might be beneficial to boost it, something like that. So it does tell you, it kind of helps you too because it tracks everything. It's for businesses. So I use it just for that. Very, very simple. There's a million things I don't know about like pages that I haven't even tried to do yet because I haven't even started to try to put the money into it yet. Because for me, it's working as a simple thing. So. Anything else?
I have a random question. Do you happen to have your, I remember when you first created your wellness group, you, like the event for it popped up in my news feed.
Yeah.
Do you have the wording for that?
Yeah.
Because I would like that. I would like to read that.
Yeah, it should still, right. Events stay with you, right? Don't they? Like they would still be there?
I think so. I think it would be like, it would be under your hosting or something.
Oh yeah, there we go. Hosting. Oh, saved events maybe? Invites?
I know that all of mine are there. I just don't remember how to access them.
let's see, popular events nearby. I'd have to find it, but I definitely
Okay.
it should be somewhere. But yes, I will find that for you and send you the wording because here, maybe past ones. That should be it. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So I'll invite you to it right now.
Okay.
You can see it. But yeah, it's just something simple that you can use. Okay, it should go to you now.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Something simple, and it's kind of I think what I put in my in like the wellness group page. That's it. If you guys are looking, so I just let them know because I invited everyone who was a previous customer of mine or a current customer. So I just kind of like bulked them all together and let them know I was inviting them to this group and why and what it's all about and that kind of thing. Just kind of letting them know, like, if you have a program, get it back out and let's do it together. If you need a program, you can totally ask me for one, that kind of thing. Just RSVP, and that's like their way of letting me know. This just allowed me to not have to send out literally hundreds of emails to past people who have been free challengers or who whatever. And I think I even have some free challengers who made it into my group, which is fine because they're still posting and sharing, and some of them have ended up buying programs and that kind of thing. So above all, you're there to help encourage them, so it'll be fine. All right. Any other questions that anyone has? If not, then I will let you enjoy your lovely Wednesday evening. No? Cool. All right. Well, reach out to me if you need me. Oh, as always, I'm here. So let me know, and I will try to be good about it. My head has been all over the place with my little baby, but hopefully you all feel supported if you need it. So, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.